King Charles just dropped a massive announcement about Camilla, and it looks like the royal couple is heading into some choppy waters. This news has sent shockwaves through the monarchy, with palace insiders calling it unprecedented. Everyone's buzzing with questions about what this means for their relationship and the monarchy as a whole. Suddenly, Camilla's role is up in the air, and it's left everyone genuinely stunned. King Charles and Camilla's love story has been one of the most talked about romances in modern royal history. They first crossed paths back in the early 1970s, when Charles was still the Prince of Wales. Right from the start, there was a spark between them, but with royal duties, societal expectations, and outside pressures, things got pretty complicated. As it turned out, both ended up marrying other people. Charles famously tied the knot with Lady Diana Spencer in 1981, while Camilla married Army officer Andrew Parker Bowles. Yet, even while living their separate lives, there were whispers that their connection had never really faded. Throughout the 80s and 90s, the media and public kept a close eye on the shifting dynamics between Charles, Diana, and Camilla. What started as quiet rumors turned into all-out speculation, with many believing that Charles and Camilla were still involved, despite their marriages. Eventually, those rumors were confirmed, and the situation became a royal scandal. Charles's marriage to Diana was anything but smooth sailing. By the early 90s, their struggles were well known, and in her famous 1995 interview, Diana dropped a bombshell when she said there were 3 of us in this marriage, making things feel a bit crowded. This comment really shaped how the public saw Camilla, who often got the blame for the collapse of Charles and Diana's relationship. The media really painted Camilla as the other woman, which made her a pretty divisive figure, while Diana was viewed as the wronged party. When Princess Diana tragically passed away in 1997, it only added to the public's complicated feelings about Camilla. For the next couple of years, Charles and Camilla kept their relationship under wraps, fully aware of the intense media scrutiny they were facing. It wasn't until 1999, 2 years after Diana's death, that they finally stepped out together publicly as a couple. Winning over the public was no walk in the park, with many questioning if the royal family and the British public would ever really embrace Camilla. By 2005, after years of controversial headlines, Charles and Camilla had reached a turning point. On April 9th, they tied the knot in a civil ceremony at Windsor Guild, followed by a blessing at St. George's Chapel. While some folks were starting to warm up to their marriage, others remained critical. But as time went on, they worked on changing the story around their relationship. Camilla took on more royal duties and started joining Charles at official events, gradually earning respect for her commitment and loyalty to the monarchy. Although the shadow of Diana's legacy still hung over them, the media began to soften its portrayal of Camilla, and the public, slowly but surely, started to accept her. Still, their relationship was always going to carry the weight of its controversial start. People frequently wondered how the British public would react to Camilla becoming queen consort, and the royal family was careful to manage her public image during this transition. When King Charles took the throne after Queen Elizabeth II's passing in 2022, Camilla's role stepped into the spotlight even more. She had already shown herself to be a supportive partner to Charles and a dedicated member of the royal family, but now with the title of queen consort, new challenges came her way. Even though years had gone by since they first got together, the shadow of their past still lingered, and many people were still unsure about where Camilla fit into the monarchy. Their relationship has always been under scrutiny, which keeps the interest alive all around the world. This became even clearer with King Charles's latest big announcement, which has once again put their bond front and center in public conversation. Behind the grand walls of Buckingham Palace, things aren't as rosy as they might seem. While King Charles and Camilla often present a united front to the public, recent reports suggest there's some serious tension brewing behind closed doors. In the past few months, insiders have hinted at growing disagreements within the royal household, and it looks like these internal struggles have played a role in the recent shocking announcement that caught everyone off guard. Both Charles and Camilla are no strangers to pressure, but since Charles became king, the demands and expectations on them have ramped up significantly. Camilla, in particular, is now stepping into a much more prominent role, trying to fill the shoes of the beloved Queen Elizabeth II. Even though she spent years preparing for this, it seems the weight of her public duty combined with personal challenges, is putting a strain on her relationship with Charles. Sources close to the palace have pointed out that disagreements between the couple are becoming more common, with the two reportedly clashing over personal matters and royal protocols. One major source of tension seems to be their differing views on how to uphold royal traditions while also modernizing the monarchy for the 21st century. Camilla has her own ideas about how to navigate her role within the family, especially after working hard to overcome her past as the other woman. One key issue that's been causing some friction between King Charles and Camilla revolves around how they handle the royal family's internal affairs. Insiders say that Camilla, now more confident in her role as queen consort, has been taking a more assertive approach to palace matters. This newfound boldness doesn't always sit well with Charles, who is under immense pressure to keep the royal family united. As a result, their decisions sometimes clash, adding to the tension between them. This strain became particularly noticeable leading up to Prince Harry's recent birthday celebration. Camilla reportedly felt left out of the planning and voiced her frustrations behind closed doors. These feelings were further amplified by ongoing disagreements over how to manage Harry's relationship with the royal family, creating a tense atmosphere in the palace. Insiders revealed that these disagreements escalated into heated discussions between Charles and Camilla, putting even more strain on their relationship. As these tensions grew, palace staff began to notice a rising sense of unease. It became clear that the issues between the king and queen consort were not just minor squabbles, but deeper conflicts that were starting to disrupt the smooth running of the royal household. Charles, known for his composed demeanor, found it tough to juggle his public responsibilities while dealing with the pressures at home. Meanwhile, Camilla, with her strong-willed personality, was pushing for a bigger role in important royal decisions. The strain on King Charles and Camilla's relationship hit a breaking point just days before his big announcement. Believe it or not, reports suggest that Camilla was actually kicked out of Buckingham Palace. So what happened? It all started with the planning for Prince Harry's birthday, a seemingly simple family matter that spiraled into a massive confrontation. As Harry's 40th birthday approached, tensions inside the palace were already running high. For King Charles, this birthday wasn't just another celebration. It was a chance to reconnect with his estranged son and start healing their fractured relationship. However, Camilla saw things differently. With all the public drama surrounding Harry's exit from royal life, she believed that focusing on royal duties should take priority over any family reconciliation efforts. To her, protecting the monarchy's image came first, and taking time out for a birthday call with Harry would disrupt important engagements. This difference in perspective led to a heated argument between King Charles and Camilla. What began as a scheduling disagreement quickly escalated into a full-blown confrontation about much deeper issues. Charles felt it was essential to prioritize his relationship with Harry, insisting that the rift between them needed urgent attention. He thought dedicating time to Harry, even if it meant neglecting other duties, was necessary to start rebuilding their bond. But for Camilla, this was completely unacceptable. Feeling overshadowed by Charles's focus on Harry, her frustration boiled over, and as the argument heated up, it became clear that this wasn't just about a birthday. Old wounds, unresolved feelings, and simmering tensions all came to the surface, making the conflict far more intense than anyone expected. The atmosphere in Buckingham Palace became electric as Camilla reportedly stormed out, leaving staff and onlookers stunned by the gravity of the situation. Her sudden departure created a noticeable gap in palace dynamics, with many left questioning the long-term implications for both her relationship with King Charles and the monarchy itself. King Charles remains resolute in his decision to reach out to Harry, believing that repairing the relationship with his son outweighs any objections raised by Camilla. He sees this moment as potentially pivotal, a crucial step toward healing the deep rift that has divided the family for so long. Despite the shockwaves of Camilla's reaction, Charles is convinced that fostering this connection with Harry is necessary, even if it has upset his wife. The rapid escalation of the situation left many in disbelief, and uncertainty hung heavily over the palace. Would Camilla return? Would her absence be temporary or long-lasting? The fallout from the argument had an immediate impact, as palace staff, accustomed to managing the daily intricacies of royal life, found themselves in the midst of a full-blown crisis. The queen consort, a key figure in the monarchy, was gone, leaving a significant gap in the royal household's operations. For days, an air of uncertainty lingered as palace officials scrambled to comprehend the implications of Camilla's exit and what it meant for the monarchy's future. For King Charles, the fallout from the argument was both deeply personal and public. He faces the challenge of navigating the delicate balance between his duties as a monarch and his personal relationships. Camilla's departure comes at a particularly precarious time, with the monarchy already under significant public scrutiny. The idea that she has suddenly left Buckingham Palace raises serious questions. Is this the beginning of a rift in their marriage? Will the royal couple reconcile, or does this signify deeper issues within the royal family? The public reaction to the news of Camilla's departure from Buckingham Palace was immediate and varied. Supporters of the Queen Consort quickly expressed concern for her well-being, while others viewed the incident as indicative of ongoing tensions between her and the wider royal family, particularly concerning Prince Harry and his strained relationship with the monarchy. Social media became a hotbed of speculation, with countless theories circulating about the true nature of the argument and its implications for the future of the royal couple. Behind closed doors, royal insiders began to speculate on the long-term impact of Camilla's departure on the royal family's image. The monarchy has long worked to maintain a sense of stability and continuity, especially following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II and King Charles's ascension to the throne. Camilla played a key role in that transition, stepping into her position as queen consort with grace and dignity. However, her sudden exit now presents yet another public relations challenge for the royal family. Many are questioning whether Camilla's role in the monarchy is now in jeopardy. The announcement surrounding her reported departure has raised concerns about her future as queen consort. Camilla's journey to this esteemed position was not an easy one. From the early days of her relationship with King Charles, she has faced intense scrutiny, media attention, and public backlash. Nevertheless, she weathered the storms and remained steadfast by Charles's side, ultimately culminating in her assumption of the role of queen consort after Queen Elizabeth II's passing. However, with these recent tensions surfacing, some speculate that her hard-earned place in the monarchy may be at risk. Camilla's role as queen consort carries significant responsibilities. While King Charles takes on the duties of head of state, Camilla's position requires her to support her husband during public engagements, represent the monarchy, and participate in numerous charitable activities. Yet, her recent departure from Buckingham Palace has cast a shadow over her future, leaving many to wonder what lies ahead for the queen consort. The argument between King Charles and Camilla has reportedly exposed deeper fractures in their relationship and within the monarchy itself. If the rift is as serious as indicated, Camilla's continuing role as queen consort could come under scrutiny. Her influence over royal decisions, which has already been a point of contention, might also be diminishing. Some insiders suggest that her departure from the palace could signal a temporary separation, while others believe it might indicate a more permanent shift in her role within the royal family. Should Camilla's influence indeed be waning, this could lead to a re-evaluation of her responsibilities as queen consort. Royal watchers have noted that the monarchy is entering a new era under King Charles, one that emphasizes modernization and streamlining royal duties. In this context, some speculate that Camilla's role may evolve or even diminish as Charles seeks to reshape the monarchy to meet contemporary public expectations. This raises questions about the uncertainty of Camilla's future as a consort. Despite the current tensions, Camilla has demonstrated remarkable resilience throughout her public life, standing firm even amid criticism and internal strife. However, whether her departure from Buckingham Palace is merely a temporary situation or signifies the onset of a significant shift remains to be seen. One thing is certain: Camilla's role as queen consort is now under scrutiny, and only time will reveal what lies ahead for her. As the world attempts to piece together the reasons behind this sudden fallout, attention is increasingly turning to Prince Harry and Prince William and the roles they may have played in this situation. The brothers, whose relationships with Camilla have long been a topic of speculation, now find themselves at the center of this palace drama, raising further questions about the dynamics within the royal family and their potential impact on the unfolding events. When William and Harry were children, Camilla was not a prominent figure in their lives, despite her well-known connection to their father. During Princess Diana's marriage to King Charles, Camilla remained largely in the background. After Diana's tragic death in 1997, the young princes grappled with immense grief, compounded by the media's portrayal of their mother as a victim of Charles and Camilla's affair. This undoubtedly colored their early perceptions of Camilla. In the years immediately following Diana's death, Charles began to slowly introduce Camilla into the lives of his sons. Initially, both William and Harry were reportedly reserved around her, as the weight of their past experiences lingered. Harry, in particular, has been vocal about his struggles with coping with his mother's loss, making Camilla's introduction even more delicate. However, as time passed, both princes began to accept Camilla's role in their father's life. By the time Charles and Camilla married in 2005, William and Harry had matured and come to terms with the reality of their father's relationship. Both princes attended the wedding and publicly appeared to accept Camilla into the family. However, reports suggest that behind the scenes, the relationship remained complicated. William, known for his sense of duty, reportedly accepted the situation more readily, understanding the importance of maintaining peace within the royal family. In contrast, Harry found it more challenging to adjust to Camilla's growing role in the family. Over the years, as the family worked to rebuild its image, their perceptions of Camilla evolved. They began to see her less as an intruder and more as someone who brought happiness to their father. Camilla took on a supportive role, not attempting to replace Diana, but instead carving out her own place within the royal family, navigating the complexities of her relationship with William and Harry as they all sought to forge a new family dynamic in the wake of loss and change. Publicly, William and Harry maintained a cordial relationship with Camilla, attending family events and royal functions where she was present. However, as Harry's relationship with the royal family became increasingly strained, particularly following his marriage to Meghan Markle and their subsequent departure from royal duties, the distance between him and Camilla reportedly widened. Tensions between Harry and his father, coupled with old wounds from the past, further complicated his relationship with her. In contrast, William has remained closely involved in royal duties, and his bond with Camilla appears to have settled into a more amicable state. He understands her role within the monarchy and recognizes the importance of presenting a united front for the future of the royal family. Yet, even now, the shadow of Diana's memory lingers, shaping the relationships among William, Harry, and Camilla in a way that is forever influenced by the past. It's also noteworthy that the royal family's public silence on the matter has only fueled rumors. Thus far, no official statements have been released, allowing room for the media and public to speculate about the roles Harry and William may have played in Camilla's departure. Some suggest that this could be part of a broader effort by the royal family to manage the crisis internally, away from the prying eyes of the public. In the days following Camilla's exit, both Prince Harry and Prince William have remained relatively low-key, avoiding any direct comment on the situation. Harry, known for frequently voicing his grievances with the royal family, has not addressed the issue publicly. Similarly, William, often regarded as the more private of the two, has chosen to keep a low profile amid the turmoil. Royal marriages often appear glamorous on the surface, but they can conceal deep struggles behind palace doors. While the union of King Charles and Princess Diana is one of the most famously troubled royal marriages, it is far from the only one. Other royal couples have faced serious challenges in their relationships, often under intense scrutiny from both the media and their respective nations. Ironically, this is the second time for King Charles, who has witnessed the ups and downs of royal unions firsthand. The marriage of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, for instance, was a whirlwind romance that quickly unraveled. The couple married in 1986 in what appeared to be a fairy tale royal wedding. However, the pressures of royal life, combined with Andrew's demanding military career, took a significant toll on their relationship. Andrew was often away on naval duty, leaving Fergie to navigate royal life on her own. This led to feelings of isolation and frustration, and by 1992, their marriage had begun to fall apart. The couple officially separated that year, and in 1996, they divorced. Fergie's highly publicized relationships and photos with other men during their separation further strained their relationship and tarnished her reputation. Despite the end of their marriage, Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson have remained remarkably close, even continuing to live together in the same residence long after their divorce. Another royal union that faced serious turmoil was that of Princess Margaret and Lord Snowdon. The couple married in 1960, following Princess Margaret's highly publicized heartbreak over her failed relationship with Group Captain Peter Townsend, a divorced man she was not permitted to marry due to the royal family's expectations. Initially, Margaret and Anthony Armstrong Jones's marriage was seen as a breath of fresh air for the royal family. Snowdon was a fashionable and talented photographer who brought a modern sensibility to Margaret's royal life. However, the pressures of public life and the challenges of marriage soon took their toll, leading to a complex and tumultuous relationship that would ultimately end in divorce. Beneath the glamorous surface, Princess Margaret and Lord Snowdon's relationship was deeply troubled. Snowdon's work as a photographer kept him away from home frequently, and their personalities often clashed. Margaret's need for attention contrasted sharply with Snowdon's growing disinterest in royal life, which drove a wedge between them. Both engaged in extramarital affairs, and the couple's marriage slowly deteriorated. In 1976, their separation was announced, leading to their divorce in 1978. While there are precedents for troubled royal marriages, there have been none for a king and a queen consort. As tensions mount within the royal family and public interest intensifies, the monarchy faces new challenges that could shape its path forward. King Charles continues to lead, but questions loom about the stability of the royal household. For decades, the British monarchy has symbolized continuity, tradition, and stability. Queen Elizabeth II's reign was defined by her ability to maintain the image of a steadfast and unified royal family. However, with her passing and the ascension of King Charles, the monarchy is entering a new era that demands modernization and adaptability. Charles has long been seen as a forward-thinking monarch, eager to streamline the royal family and align it with the expectations of a more modern world. However, the recent turmoil between him and Camilla threatens to undermine those efforts and casts a shadow over his early reign. Some believe that this episode will blow over in time, and Camilla will eventually return to the palace to resume her duties alongside Charles. Others, however, see this as a turning point, an opportunity for Charles to reassess the structure of the monarchy and perhaps redefine Camilla's role within it. Could this announcement signal a larger shift in how the monarchy operates? One potential avenue for the monarchy moving forward is a renewed focus on the younger generation of royals. Prince William and his wife, Kate Middleton, have been taking on more public engagements in recent years, positioning themselves as the future of the monarchy. As Charles navigates the current crisis with Camilla, many are looking to William and Kate to help maintain the monarchy's image and ensure its continuity. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge are viewed as a stable, modern royal couple capable of connecting with younger generations and bridging the gap between tradition and progress. Meanwhile, Prince Harry remains a wild card in the royal family's future. Although he has distanced himself from the monarchy in recent years, his relationships with Charles and the rest of the family continue to be a point of contention. Should Charles seek reconciliation with Harry, it could open the door for Harry to play a significant role in the royal family's future. However, this possibility remains uncertain, especially given the tensions between Camilla and Harry that contributed to the recent fallout. Public opinion will also play a crucial role in determining the monarchy's next steps. The recent drama surrounding Camilla's departure may reignite old criticisms. If the public turns against her, it could further complicate her return to royal life and create additional pressure on Charles to make difficult decisions about her future. The next steps will be critical in shaping the royal family's future. Whether Charles and Camilla reconcile or whether this episode marks a more significant shift within the royal household, the monarchy will need to navigate these turbulent waters carefully. With the eyes of the world on them, every move will be scrutinized, and every decision will have lasting consequences. This situation raises important questions about the monarchy's ability to navigate personal and public challenges in the modern world. The relationship between Charles and Camilla now faces its toughest test yet. Do you think Charles and Camilla's marriage is strong enough to withstand this tumultuous episode? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. For now, that's all. Catch you in the next video.